Welcome to you all. Today we will talk about whether it's too late to start selling on Amazon FBA. With all the Amazon FBA costs, plus 2 other reasons I'll talk about in a minute, it's too late to start selling on Amazon FBA if you're going to use the old school private label ways or wholesale tactics. With over 9.5 million vendors and over 2,000 new sellers signing up daily, the Amazon marketplace is becoming increasingly competitive. But remember, Amazon is a $1.7 trillion company. Last year, they did over $400 billion in e-commerce sales. What's even crazier is that 2/3 of all sales on Amazon are from third-party sellers. That's people like you and me selling on Amazon's platform. What excites me the most about selling on Amazon is this one graph. It shows the total amount of sales that Amazon has done over the last 10 years. You can see it's growing like gangbuster. There are 9.5 million sellers on Amazon, but only 2.3 million are actively selling, and of those 2.3 million, only 1.1 million are selling in the United States. What's even more mind-boggling is that 43% of all Amazon sellers in the United States who are actively selling make more than $100,000 annually from their efforts. Before moving on, if you haven't subscribed channel yet, please do so now. Amazon FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, and it's a way for you to sell products on Amazon's website in which you send in the inventory that you want to sell on Amazon's website to their warehouse. And whenever you sell something, Amazon ships it to the customer. I'm making this video to show you the truth about Amazon FBA, so hit the like button if you like this. I've tried a lot of different ways to make money online, and Amazon FBA is by far the easiest way I've found to create it. They'll buy it, and you'll make money off that sale. Now it's called Fulfilled by Amazon because Amazon actually picks packs and ships your products out for you, which means you can live wherever you want. You can spend your time traveling or doing whatever you love to do because Amazon is handling all the shipping and fulfillment of your products, and this is a great business model. But the problem is most people are doing it wrong. This is a chart of e-commerce growth in the United States. And you can see people are buying things online more and more every year. Since people are buying more and more online, it should become easier to sell things online. Still, the problem is that most people use techniques used to work 3 or 4 years ago. There are 4 main ways that you can make money selling products with Amazon FBA, but some of these are better than others. The first one is retail arbitrage. This is where you go out and you find products that are deeply discounted, buy those products. Then you flip them on Amazon, where they're selling at a higher price, and if you're tight on cash, this is a good way to make some side income. Still, the problem with this business model and why I don't recommend it is that you're not really building a business. You're never going to be able to have passive income. Every time you want to make some money, you have to go out and hunt for some deals, and then you have to do the work of putting those items on Amazon to sell. It's so you constantly have to do more and more work to make money. The second model that some people do, but I think is dying, is wholesale. This is where you buy products in bulk at a discount. Let's say 100 pairs of Nike shoes that are normally $100, you buy them for $50. You then take those shoes and flip them on Amazon for their full retail price of $100, and you get to keep all the profit, after all the Amazon FBA fees and everything else. Now the problem with this is usually you're not the only one that's wholesaling that product, which means someone else is going to come along. They're going to lower their price by a little bit, which means you need to lower your price by a little bit, and it ends up being a race to the bottom where no one ends up being profitable. The same thing is true about private labels, and this is where you buy a product from a website like Alibaba. You slap your brand, your private label on the product, and you sell it on Amazon. Now, this can work if you create a cool, powerful brand around your private label product, or maybe you find a product that nobody else knows about. Still, The problem is as soon as everybody else starts finding out about this private label product opportunity, they're going to come in, and again they're going to lower their price. You're going to have to lower your price. It's going to end up being a race to the bottom. I recommend creating a passion product, where you create a unique product that's better than the competition. You create a cool, powerful brand around it, and ideally, you try to create a product that does not yet exist. That you wish existed, that if it existed, you would actually purchase, and this is what I did with my product, and I teach other people to do. I'll share some real examples of this, including how much people actually make doing this, later in this video. But the second reason many people think it's too late to start selling on Amazon FBA is because of China. There are indeed a lot of Chinese manufacturers selling their products directly on Amazon for way cheaper than you or I could ever sell those same products for. And that's because they can cut out the middleman. This is one of the big reasons why I do not recommend trying to do wholesale or private labels. Because if you're trying to do private label and you're trying to compete against your own manufacturer, they're always going to be able to sell their products lower than you can sell your products for, and, indeed, these Chinese sellers will sometimes use dirty tricks to try to get American sellers blacklisted or banned from Amazon. Again, this is why I recommend staying away from the private label, because if you're going to a manufacturer just taking their product, putting your label on it, and trying to sell it on Amazon, that manufacturer or another manufacturer will see what you're doing. They're going to just sell that same product on Amazon directly, but if you create a product that's better than the competition, if you create an amazing brand around that product, your product will be on a completely different level than the competitors, which means that you're going to get more sales, which ultimately means more profit for you. However, still, a lot of people don't want to sell on Amazon because of all the Amazon FBA fees, and this is reason number 3 why it might be too late to start selling on Amazon. And it's true, Amazon charges a 15 fee just to sell on their platform. Meaning, if you're selling a product that costs $100, they're gonna charge you 15 when you get a sale of your product. On top of that, if you choose to be part of the Amazon FBA program, you're going to have to pay a pick and pack fee. This depends on the size and the weight of your product, but for instance with my product here they charge me over $4 to pick, pack and ship the product out to the customer, and on top of those fees there's other fees that nobody talks about like storage fees and receiving fees, a bunch of other random things. Keep in mind, even though Amazon does charge a 15 fee to sell on their platform, they've spent billions of dollars marketing their websites, getting customers to their website, and most websites, as I mentioned earlier, would probably have to spend at least 15 on marketing to get people to their website, but with Amazon it already has built-in customers, and that's why they charge that 15. And for the Amazon FBA pick and pack fee you actually don't need to pay. This fee you could change. Instead of doing Amazon FBA, you could do Amazon FBM, which stands for Fulfilled by the Merchant, and this is where when a customer buys your product on Amazon's website, you actually pick, pack and ship it out. The problem with this is often, the shipping is going to be more expensive than the pick and pack fee, and by doing Fulfilled by the Merchant, you constantly have to be fulfilling orders instead of being free to live wherever you want and spend your time doing what you want to do. So in my opinion, the FBA pick and pack fee is well worth it, and being part of the Amazon FBA program allows your product to be Prime eligible, meaning, when customers go to Amazon, they're gonna see a little Prime badge next to your product, meaning that they can get it in 1 to 2 days shipping, which will make it so you get a lot more sales, because people like to buy Prime eligible products, and ultimately, that means you're going to make more money in the long run. Yes, as I mentioned, there are a lot of other fees with selling on Amazon, but honestly, all those other fees don't add up to much. For instance, in my first year of selling, I'm not the only one that's done this. I taught my friend how to sell on Amazon, and she's made almost $80,000 in sales. And after you subtract her product costs, all her Amazon FBA fees, and other expenses, she's made over $20,000 in profit. She was able to create her business and make that money while traveling, and she ended up making enough money that she was able to quit her job. I'll share some more real stories of people selling on Amazon in just a minute. Still, the fourth reason why most people don't want to start Amazon FBA or think it's too late is that it does cost money to start an Amazon FBA business. There's the cost of creating your business, which depends on what state you live in. You can either do an FBA, usually around $99, or create an LLC, which can cost as much as $800 in some states. There's the cost of creating a logo for your business, there's the cost of creating the design of the packaging, there's the cost of getting a sample from your manufacturer. There's also the cost of doing a production run, and there's the cost of getting that production run shipped from China or wherever you have your product manufactured over into the United States. But I'll actually share with you a technique that you can use to get all the startup costs associated with starting your business paid for. So even if you don't have enough money to start an Amazon business, you can still start an Amazon business using the technique I'll talk about in just a minute, and this is what I did and what I did to start his business as well. But just so you know how much it usually costs to start an Amazon business, 28 of people that start a business started it for $1,000 or less, and 40% of people actually started their business for $2,500 or less. And one of my students, Steven, who shot films for a living, was constantly taking out his SD cards, putting duct tape over it and writing on the duct tape what was on the SD card, and he thought to himself, there has to be a better way. So he created this product, which is ready-made labels that go on SD cards, and he was able to start this business for less than $1,500. And now he's making over $2,000 in profit per month from this business. Another student started his supplement business with less than $1,500. And he's now doing over $100,000 in sales per month, with all of his different Amazon businesses. So, don't think you need a lot of money to start your Amazon business. In fact, I started his Amazon business with $0, and he used my secret technique, the passion product formula, to create his business. And one of the steps of this process is to actually do a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. And this allows you to raise all the money you need to start your business, and he ended up raising over $100,000 for his business, which more than paid all the startup costs associated with creating his business. So even if you don't have a lot of money, you can still start an Amazon business. But still, the fifth reason why some people don't know if Amazon FBA is still worth it is because it does take a little bit of time before you actually start making money selling your product. In fact, only 20 of people said that they were profitable within the first 3 months of selling on Amazon, and only 37% of people said that they were profitable within the first 6 months of selling on Amazon, which leads to probably the biggest mistake I see new Amazon sellers making, and that is analysis paralysis. In fact, 66% of all sellers wish they would have started selling on Amazon even sooner, and my first Amazon business was making $10,000 in profit every single month, which means if I would have started my Amazon business 6 months earlier, that would have been an extra $60,000 in profit. So every single minute you're waiting to start your Amazon business, you're missing out on money that you could be making. And the truth is, it's not too late to start selling on Amazon. You just need to know the right way to do it, and I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.